Once again, y'all other guy. Give me time to get that thumbnail set up. Oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about the domino effect. Oh yeah, get him in. That's right. Shout out to the brother Byfield, or maybe a sister in ground. Oh yeah, give me time to get that thumbnail set up. We're gonna be talking about the domino effect. One event stimulates the other. Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna be showing you the alchemy behind the domino effect. I know this ain't. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh yeah, let me get this thumbnail fixed up, man. This shit is crazy. Right now, it looks like the show has got some other title other than what I named it. All right, let's get that lined out. Oh yeah. Hey, Rob Bot, if you coming into the building, the Rob Bot boys in the building, man. Oh yeah. Let's do it, baby. We about to show you what time it is. Man, I can't believe this happened. Oh yeah, baby. Just give me a second. That thumbnail loaded up for you. Rob Bot, if you're in the building. Hey, who was that beating in there? Somebody beating in the background, man. We're trying to give you the domino effect. If you ain't check out that Rob Bot boy tape, go check that out, man. If you're in the building. We're giving them time to get in. It's that night class. Alchemy 101. Trying to figure out why the class. Why is it doing that? Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Nice and slow, like Ursula Raymond, baby. I just want to take it nice and slow. Get him in the building. We gotta rename that class again one more time, baby. We're really teaching alchemy in this class. We're gonna teach you alchemy and how to use effectively the domino effect. The domino effect is universal law. The domino effect is universal law. Oh yeah. There we go. Now we can get the chat pulled up on you. Let me get that chat pulled up. Hey, Robot, if you're coming in the building, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. If you don't receive a notification from us every single day, please be sure to come back and check with us. All right, it's giving me the dang on. I see the chat, but it's not letting it. All right, hold up, just a second. Hey, I'm telling you, man, if you're sleeping on a young elder, you're about to get a crook in your neck. We the Ride-By boys. We putting in work all around the globe, bro. We letting them have it every day. We giving them something every day to go off of. Oh yeah, baby. We want to thank you for tuning in. We got 60 people. I got the chat. I got the chat. Yes, sir. Let's get it going, baby. Oh yeah. Let me share my screen again. All right, so we're gonna be talking about the domino effect. All right. All right, where we at? 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 Let's go back here, baby. Let's go back. Domino effect. All right. Now I want to read this. Hey, Ride by Gang, we in the building, bro. Shout out everybody that's in the building. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Everybody hit that like. We got 62 people. Everybody hit that like, man. And if you want to show your brother some love, don't do the super chat, right? You can hit us right on the cash app. We take $1, $5, $10, whatever you got. Right? We're gonna drop the cash app in the links, man. We also got PayPal if you want to show us some love on PayPal, man. All right, so let's get started. I want to read you because people think don't think about this. People don't think about the domino effect, and the domino effect is a part of universal law. So we're gonna break that down for you. We're gonna break this down. One decision you make can affect the rest of your life, whether it be good decision or a bad decision. One decision you make can affect your whole life. So what actually is the domino effect? The domino effect is a chain reaction. Keep in mind, keyword, chain reaction, right? Effect produced when one event sets off a chain or similar events. So one event stimulates the next event, just like 9/11, when they crashed the planes, it stimulated us to go to war with Iran, right? So there was a chain reaction. There was a domino effect. Or when they stole a Crip car from the Crip game in LA and then pulled up on Raymond Washington, smoked them, and then said that the Bloods did it. That started a chain reaction. That's still going on right now. It started a domino effect. So where now Bloods and Crips are killing each other nonstop in LA, right? And they starting to chill out now. They started to try to reverse that domino effect. But the domino effect goes back. This law goes back. It's one of the oldest laws in the universe. The domino effect is one of the oldest laws in the universe. Why? Because it's based off chain reaction, and chain reaction is alchemy. It's always in every alchemical situation or equation. It's chain reaction is the number one law. Chain reaction is the number one law, right? And so, if a chain, it means you linked. Everything is linked. If one event stimulates the next, and everything is part of a chain reaction, that means that everything is linked. All energy is linked together. So that means that whatever you do can affect everything in the system. One man can affect everything in the system. One domino can affect everything, right? Because we all linked by chain, a chain reaction. So a chain reaction is something simple as a seed being planted in the ground, and then that chain reaction takes place and produce more seeds from that one seed. Having kids is a chain reaction. Anything that you take and produce more, take one thing and produce more out of it. So you take $1 and turn it into $2, and then turn that $2 into $4, turn that $4 into 8, then 16, 32. All this is a chain reaction. All this is a chain reaction. It's a mechanical effect that's universal. The Big Bang. The Big Bang is a chain reaction. And the Big Bang go back 76 trillion years. Right? We're going somewhere with this. We're going somewhere with this. Oh, yeah. They saying the theory. Well, it ain't no theory no more. They talking about the Big Bang theory. We already out of the theory phase on the Big Bang. This is a this is why we say the domino effect and chain reaction is universal law. From the one explosion, from the dot explode, we created more things like galaxies, universes, stars, planets. All this come from a chain reaction. The people that's in control of the planet know this. They know this law. The people that was taken over our planet, the bad guys, they know the cause and effect. They know chain reaction. They know if they stimulate one event, it sets off other events, which is why some of the events they fake just to start a domino effect. Some of the events they fake. Your dad being taken out the home when you a little boy starts a chain reaction because we all linked. So whatever happens to the person next to you in the chain, hold on. Oh yeah, baby. That's good. That's good right there. Hold on, baby. All right, baby. Yeah, so we all linked based on chain reaction. We all connected. You can make one decision right now that can affect everybody that's close to you in the chain. In the chain. Everybody that's close to you in the link is your family. Your family is the ones that's close to you in the link. Then your friends. Then everybody else that you might not think about, but you connect. We connected with everybody. Everybody connected through the chain reaction. Everybody's connected through chain reaction. So these dumb fools, these evil guys, or these wicked guys, they didn't calculate that whatever they was doing to us is gonna happen to them. It's gonna happen to them also. All the chemtrails, all the shit that you're doing, it's affecting you as well because we are part of the same chain reaction coming all the way from the Big Bang. We are part of the domino effect, whether you like it or not. You're a product of the domino effect. The domino effect is part of the evolution. It's part of change. It's part of growth. We're gonna look up what is a chain reaction. Let's get the chain reaction so we can get a better definition on that joint. A definition. We ain't trying to be deaf though. Oh yeah, chain reaction, baby. Read means to do again. Keep that in mind. Oh yeah, we going somewhere here. A chain reaction is a chemical reaction. See, keep in mind chemical. Alchemists or other process in which products themselves promote or spread the reaction, which under certain conditions may accelerate dramatically. That's like like it's like one going to two, two going to four. Like like I say, when a seed is planted in the ground, when you plant that seed grows and turns into more seeds. That's a chain reaction. So everything is bound by chain reaction. Even because chain reaction is creativity, it's productivity, it's evolution. It's a part of evolution. It's how we grow. It's a part of change. Change is a part of growth. Because as my son grow, Hakeem grow, he changes. He get a bit taller. He talking clear now. He part of a chain reaction. Let me get the chat pulled back up. I just want to pull them definitions up so we can base it off of it. Hey, Robot Fishbone, Robot Denzel, Robot 99 TV, brother. Robot, we in the hey, the Robot boys in the building. Young Ills gang. Robot boys in the building. We dropping that now. We dropping knowledge on. So me and my wife was talking earlier, and I was asking her, give me a sign, because to me, everything has a scientific explanation. It don't matter what it is, whether it's spirit, God, it don't matter what you tell me. It's got to have, because science is universal law. Science is law. Science is law. Science generates universal law. Science is law. I repeat that. The laws of the universe is based on science. It's based on mathematical equations. And one of them laws is the domino effect. Well, one event stimulates another. The Big Bang stimulated universes. Them universes stimulated galaxies. Them galaxies stimulated stars. Them stars stimulated star systems and planets and moons and asteroids. So it's all based on chain reaction. So everything is connected through a chain link. Now, that could be a weak link in the chain, right? That could be a weak link in the chain. Now, since we all know that we connected, my wife seems to think, and it's always everybody got their own opinion. My wife seems to think that it could be a shortage or a glitch in the chain. Like, say, if one person do something and we link to them, does it affect us? She say sometimes it could be a glitch or a shortage where all the dominoes don't fall. And I said, yeah, that's true. I've seen that before, right? But the elites seem to think that they can do all this stuff, chemtrails and poison the food and the water, and they think for some reason it's not gonna affect them, right? And they part of the same chain reaction. Whatever chain reaction they set off is part of the same chain reaction. So they think they can go do all this shit, fuck up the planet. The planet is getting ready to reset. Right? Why? Because it's part of a chain reaction. It's part of a chain reaction. If you cut down, even I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. They got rid of the insects. Like they starting to get rid of the bees. I don't see many bees no more. Right? When you get rid of the bees, them bees is part of the link. Everything is linked together. Those bees are part of the link that keep the chain moving. The chain is moving in a spiral. The chain reaction is moving in a spiral. Right? Because they show you about this side of the explosion of the Big Bang, but they don't tell you about the other side. The other side is the same. It's really called a reverse universe, or the universe that's happening opposite to this universe, or to this side of the Big Bang. We on the right side of the Big Bang. You also got the left side of the Big Bang. That's blowed out too. It's all part of train reaction scene. One bee in the mud. Yeah, like so you ain't see no bees this summer. I ain't see but one big bee, and that bee was like a big ass. Like I ain't never. It looked like a locust and a bee combined. That's how big it was. But those bees take the pollen and the nectar and pass it around, and they use that to make honey, right? But now all the bees, why? Because he took all the bees and put them on his farm. He forming bees now. He got the cows. They replaced our buffalo and our bison with cows, and then they took all our buffalo, the frugaloids. They took the buffalo on the ground so they could eat them. They eat our buffalo, the frugaloids, right? Let's see. You haven't seen that many bees, right? And them bees are part of a chain reaction. They part of this domino effect. So if you take the bees out of the equation, right, in this Archimedes equation, and then you stop the production of plants, right? If you stop the production of plants, that's food for the animals who will start, because the cows eat the plants, all these different animals eat plants. So if you stop the chain reaction on the bees, you stop the production of you put a break in the chain where you cause and effect happen, domino effect. Now that there ain't that much vegetation. You wonder why a lot of places go and turn into deserts, because it's a domino effect on something that they put into place, into play, thinking that they know what they're doing, and not knowing the real ins and outs of this universal law, the domino effect. They burning trees down. Those trees are part of the chain reaction. And if you burn those trees down, now the cause and effect is the the oxygen level on the planet. Even in the ocean, most of the ocean plants is conducive with hey, Haru, what you want? You don't need your name. What? The side was off on. Yeah, close my door. Yeah, okay. Close the door, Haru. Yeah, so when they taking down the trees, those trees are part of a chain reaction. Like say, you already know the trees give off carbon. I mean, the trees give off oxygen and they take in carbon. So if you take the trees down, then the chain reaction is you lower the oxygen level. And that even start beginning to alter what we look like. The chain reaction about polluting the water. If the plants that we eat drink the water, then you pollute everything is polluted. If you pollute the water, you pollute the whole plant. It's a chain reaction. It's a domino effect. And these people who are here, these elites, these evil elites, think that it ain't gonna affect them. If you poison all the water, you think just because you got a machine that you can clear the water up with, it's still gonna affect you because eventually that machine gonna go out, and then you gonna have to then what you gonna do? Because you part of the same chain. You stupid to think that you could do shit in the universe and it not affect you as well. Whatever you do, it affects you. Why? Because it's all part of the same chain reaction. It's all one chain reaction coming from the dot, the Big Bang. Right? Yeah, they polluted the water, polluted the air, and think that it ain't gonna affect them. They think that some machine gonna protect them. Some machine that clean the air gonna protect them. Nah, man, eventually that machine gonna go down. Then what you gonna do? See, they think they can stop, prevent, and protect themselves from being inside of the domino effect. But the domino effect is universal law. You can't get around it. You can't get around cause and effect in the universe. Now you can alter it. You can alter it by counteracting it with a positive. And so I was sitting there thinking to myself, what is the chain? What is the chain that links us all together in the universe? What is the chain? Is it dark matter? What is it? Is it light? Is it energy? Right? And then I came down to it. It's all lit. But the one word that I can come up to it to describe it, what connects us all, the chain, is the magnetism. Magnetism is what connects us. Negative and positive charges. Universe is based off of negative and positive charges. Off of electrons and protons going down to the atoms. Right? So magnetism is how we all connect. It's how if you do something, other people are drawn to it and it affects them because they are part of the same chain reaction. Your family is a part of the same, like your mother and your father getting together is a part of, and they making you, it's a part of a chain reaction. And then you or your siblings have kids, it's another chain reaction. So you keep, the chain reaction is a multiplication problem. It's a multiplication. It's an adding. These are things of our nature. We are multipliers. We are adders. We're not dividers. We're not subtractors. That's the other team. The other team is subtractors and dividers. We don't divide or subtract. We multiply. We don't die. We multiply. Right? Because you got to be multiplying, or else you going against galactic law. We got to be multiplying. Be fruitful and multiply is galactic law. It's not just a thing that was given to the planet. It's part of chain reaction. It's part of chain reaction, man. Be fruitful and multiply is part of chain reaction. It's part of you being a source, your wife or whoever being a source, y'all producing 3 or 4 kids, and then those kids producing, and then those kids producing until the universe is supposed to grow like this. But the devil want to stop that domino. He want to cause his own domino effects to affect the universal law domino effects. Yeah, baby's kids. That's right. And that's why they call California, Oakland area the Bay Area, because we was over there. We was over the water areas. The Moors were over the water and the ports. Hey. You see a box of matches or? No, in that cabinet. That's the last time I seen it. Yeah, so we are part of this chain reaction. It's universal law. Hey, close my nose. So whatever one does affects the next. Whatever when Noble Drew Ali came, Noble Drew Ali was part of a chain reaction. And from Noble Drew Ali, now a whole bunch of us over here are Moors. It's a whole bunch of more Noble Drew Alis from one source. It's gonna be a whole bunch of Taj Sharik Bays out here from a chain reaction. And they try to stop this when they take one link out the chain, like Malcolm X was a link in the chain, and they try to take his link out, but they started a domino effect. So that's a whole bunch of Malcolm X's. That's a whole bunch of Malcolm X's out here, right? When they remove that one link, it's a domino effect. Keep in mind, it's a cause and effect for everything. So they've been it's a cause and effect chain reaction because of these cars that produce the combustion. Even the law, how the car work is based on a chain reaction. From the fuel going into the injection, for it mixing with the oxygen and starting the fire, and that fire generating the combustion to push the car. It's part of a chemical reaction. A chain reaction is a chemical reaction, right? And a chemical, you also can start. It's how I'm trying to say how I can put this. A chemical reaction or a chain reaction is how uh, you please your old lady. You can please your old lady with a chemical react with a chain reaction. One kiss leads to something else. It leads to something else. The next thing you know, you handle your business. It's a chain reaction. You kiss her on her hot. You kiss her on her neck, on her hot spot. Come on, put it back. Hey, Dad, get him up out of here, Dad. You kiss her on her neck. That starts a chain reaction. That stimulates the chemical reaction in her brain to increase the estrogen. The estrogen turns the star. It opens the stargate. Hey, Dad, hey, take him up out of here. Take this with you. Take this. It stimulates a chain. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You kiss a lot of women. Most that I ever been with, they got a certain spot on their body that if you start that chain react, that domino effect, you push that domino right there in that spot, right? Licking on it, kissing on it, whatever you do. And then once you start that domino effect, it starts a chemical reaction. It starts a chain reaction. The chain reaction is it sends a signal to her brain: release estrogen, release serotonin, release dopamine. You feel good. You feel happy. You feel loved. Open your stargate to this guy. It's part of a chain reaction, man. Getting some is easy, man, when you know about chain reactions. When you know about the domino effect. I'm telling you. Oh, it's out of control. Oh yeah, so once you find out that spot, right? You can stimulate that. You can start that chain reaction, start that domino effect. Well, one event stimulates the next. And keep in mind, oh yeah, making love is a big event, right? Making love is a big event, man, right? Because it said they stimulate events. You think making love at an event? Energy. Event is something that air comes in. And the E stands for energy, right? And so this energy coming in through the vents, you are the vent that bring this energy in. That energy is life itself. And that life, love is life itself. So the definition of love is life. Life itself is love. So when you making love, you bringing life in. You bringing the energy through the events, and that event is a chain reaction. One event stimulates the next. Right? Now, so if you're making love, then you ain't creating it, you just making it. Making it and creating is two different things. So what is the recipe for love, baby? What is the recipe for love? If you gotta make it. Because it's a cake, you got a recipe for it. A cake, you got a recipe for it. It's eggs, milk, all the flour. So if you making a cake, you taking things that's already been created to make something new. So if you making love, what is the ingredients for love? What is the ingredients? Somebody drop it in the chat. Somebody drop the ingredients for love in the chat. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're in the building. We about to get in. We about to go in, young nigga, the game. We building up. You know how we do. We building up. You want to listen to the whole tape, man, because we going in. We building up to this point, right? What is the ingredients for love, ladies and gentlemen? If we're making love, it's got to be some form of energy. Sweat. People sweat when they're making love. People move. They go ooh. They go ah, which is universal language. Ooh and ah is universal language. Tell you, babies, everybody know what ooh and ah mean. Gotta have some chemistry. All right, so yeah. Hey man, this is heavy right here, man. But yeah, so they say when you got in a relationship, they say that we got chemistry, right? We got chemistry. What they're saying is if this person releases certain frequencies in my brain that gives me the dopamine, the melatonin. The melatonin is automatic, but you can melatonin is also released too. Dopamine, melatonin, serotonin, estrogen, testosterone, right? Because testosterone. I'm telling you, man. You want to know what chain reaction is? Get kicked in the balls. I don't recommend it though. But let somebody kick you in your balls. That's a chain reaction that takes place in the mind's eye. In the mind's eye. The first thing that comes to mind is to grab them and make sure they still there. Make sure your parents still on. That's the first reaction. The next reaction is to go to your knees. The next reaction, and this all can happen in a couple of split seconds. First thing you're doing is you go grab them to make sure they still there. You go into your knees, and then take a deep breath. You gonna take a deep breath. That's a chain reaction, baby. That's one event stimulating the next. You got kicked in the nuts. You grabbed them. You went to your knees. You said, then you sat there for a second. Man, you can knock a guy out if you kick him in the balls right. You can knock a guy completely out. That guy be out holding his power for a while. I'm telling you. Hey, look, yeah, how do you break a chain? How do you break a chain reaction? How do you reverse the chain reaction? You got to start off another event that reverses that because we're dealing with negative and positive, right? We're dealing with negative and positive. So if you start a negative domino effect, within that domino effect, and it's got to be we're doing it in it's a short amount of time frame once you start one event to be able to change that event. See, the future can be altered. The future can be altered. Prophecy can be altered. But you gotta be a high level alchemist and know what you're doing to reverse it. Yeah, get kicked in your balls is a chain reaction. That's definitely a domino effect from it. Sometimes you can go down and you're gonna be holding on to that old pair for a while. Yeah, so like smoking cigarettes, it's a domino effect. Eventually, they say you're gonna get cancer. Now I know some niggas that smoked all their life and they die from cancer. So again, it's just the same people. But what I'm saying is, it's always a domino effect. You gotta make when you make certain decisions. You can make a small decision that once you start that effect, like my cousin, for example, my cousin threw a brick through another crib dude window, and he started a domino effect. The domino effect is now this crib dude, we got all of his homeboys, they came back with guns to shoot up our neighborhood. People end up getting shot. So my cousin started a domino effect by throwing that brick through the window. And that was a negative domino effect because once you do a negative domino effect, all the events that happen after that, it's gotta be conducive with that negative charge that you put to the beginning of it. And keep in mind, we all bound by magnetism. So when he start that negative domino effect, it's gonna affect people that's close in the link in the chain. If you're close to that link, it's gonna affect you. We all bound and linked by a chain reaction. I should have called this slash chain reaction. That's what I should have called. Chain reaction is a part of alchemy. It's a part of multiplication. Mathematics is alchemy. Multiplication, it adds. We don't divide. We don't subtract. Now you can replace a link, and that's how you change the reaction. You gotta replace that link. You gotta balance it out. Balance whatever you did negative to start that domino effect. Like if you told a lie and that started a domino effect, you got to tell the truth to stop that domino effect, to reverse it. And you got to tell the truth in a certain amount of time frame. Because if you tell that lie, and then by the time the dominoes all knocked down, it's gonna be too late to tell the truth then. Like when they get you in jail, they say, "Oh yeah, you would have told the truth. We might have would have cut you some slack." But now it's too late. The domino effect already played out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's alchemy, man. It's alchemy. Study everything is a chain reaction. Even when you cooking pasta, when you put it in the water with the salt and the shells, and then they grow. Everything that's growing is a part of a chain reaction. It's a part of evolution. It's a part of the process of life. Life is based on chain reaction. Love is based on chain reaction. That's why if you say you love me, then it's got to be you got to show the results of what that love is. It's got to be a result. When you say you love somebody, it's a result to it. Because love is a ultimately, that's galactic law. Love is galactic law, and it's based on chain reaction. It's based on life itself, the very existence of a life itself, and life continuing in the universe. Life continuing in the universe is based on chain reaction. It's got to be a chain reaction. It's got to be if you see, like that's why people get deleted out because they don't keep that chain reaction going. That's why I believe that now I ain't got nothing against people that like the opposite sex. But I think it breaks it affects the chain reaction. It's against galactic law because it's of the chain reaction. You gotta multiply. You gotta keep the chain reaction going because once you make an effect in that chain reaction, now you affect your whole generations, all your whole family, the rest of your existence in the universe is affected if you do something, whatever, based on what you do right now. Based on because we never die. We just multiply. We add. We live forever, eternal life. So what you do now is going to affect the rest of your life, uh, eternally, forever. Whatever you do now is going to affect you forever because everything is part of the chain reaction. So when you can put a slack in your chain. You can make a weak point in your chain. Like even every decision you make is based on a chain reaction. When you make that one decision, it stimulates the next decision, the next decision, the next decision after that. So just think about it. If you make one good, if you think about it now, what you need to do is slow down when you making these, especially big decisions. When you making decisions, take a couple of hours, take a couple of days to make those big decisions. Because that one decision is gonna start a domino effect. And it can start a positive domino effect, or it can start a negative domino effect. Like getting married, for me, started a domino effect. And it was a positive domino effect. Me meet my wife and get married was a positive domino effect. Because I started to go up and be more secure as far as having my wife to help me out. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that is not based on chain reaction, right? Yeah, that's what I was doing today, Star Seed. I was trying to think of something that ain't based on highs, like something that's not based on chain reaction. And I even went back to all the way to the Big Bang and say the Big Bang is based on the dot is based on chain reaction. Hold on, baby. Oh yeah. So even the Big Bang is based on chain. Everything in life, because life is love itself. Love is based on chain reaction. Love is and life is based on new life coming into place. Still new life. Babies being born is a part of a chain reaction, and that proves that love exists. Because love is a chain reaction. So by babies being born, that proves that love still exists in the universe. Because the universe is still moving, it's still growing, it's still expanding. The universe is the universe is still expanding. So that proves that love still exists. Hold on, I don't know what just happened, bro. Oh yeah, baby. Let's get that back pulled up. So that proves that love still exists because of chain reaction. Once that chain reaction stops, then we can start worrying about the universe. So being that these people, the Big Bang, right? The Big Bang, right? The Big Bang, if you look at it and you study chain reaction, you see that the Big Bang is a product of chain reaction. So that means that everything after that is a part of it. Everything that takes place after that, just like in court, where they got fruits of a poisonous tree. If they start one chain reaction with a lie, and all the lies, everything that follows it is based on that one lie, then it's all fruits of a poisonous tree. So all of it got to be thrown out. Because everything is linked together from that one chain, that chain reaction. See, it's the reason why these things are called these things. A chain, it means that we linked. And if everything is part of a chain reaction, then we all linked. Yeah, Hakeem is up in there watching his tablet. Watching I think he watching the school bus. School bus. That's how he said school bus. Like Hakeem, what you want to watch? School bus. So hey, we gotta generate. You gotta generate chain reactions. Like me tell like my the chick going over to tell my cousin that some dude said something about him and that he's saying that this and that he wants when he see him this and that. Now my cousin type of dude he finna go holler the dude that said he wanted to holler at him, he finna go holler at him, and then now when they holler at you, now somebody getting shot. That's a chain reaction. She set off a domino effect and it was negative. She brought negative energy to my cousin. That negative energy was played out as somebody getting shot. It's a domino effect. The last when you start the domino effect, if you start off with a negative, it's gonna end with a negative. If you start out with a positive, it's gonna end with a positive. Now you can do a positive and a negative. That means that somebody push from one side while you push from the other, and then they meet up in the middle and they're stacked against each other if the time is on. So a domino effect is also about timing. So it's a timing with love. If love is a chain reaction, then it's a timing. Because on a car, right, they have what they call a timing belt. And it's also called a chain for my mechanics out there. For my mechanics that know about cars, on a car, it's got what they call a timing belt. And then there's that timing belt is usually like a chain. It's usually a chain. Right? Pop said we don't look down on everybody got to pay. Yeah, that's right. Everybody's part of that puzzle. You're right, Elroy. Elroy, you're right, man. Everybody's part of this puzzle. So I'm not against these people because some of those people they more benevolent than as most of those people are benevolent. Those people, those same sex people, a lot of them are benevolent, right? A lot of benevolent beings, right? They're agreeable beings. So I'm not to me, but I'm just saying just based off of what I studied today, based off of the chain reaction. If we are part of that chain reaction, and the chain reaction is to keep multiplying and keep adding, not subtracting, right? Not evening it out. Well, evening it out is part of it too. Even it out, balance, right? But make it timing. Uh, timing is so like if like I'm saying, but a mechanic out there. Matter of fact, let me try to pull up a timing on a car so you can get what I'm saying. And we all cars. Keep in mind. Man, I don't want this to go over your head. The stuff that we're talking about. All right, so it's like a chain. This timing belt. See, they put the timing belt on there. They call it a timing belt, and that timing belt got the grooves like a chain, right? And some cars like the older, some of them actually got an actual chain on it, but then some of them replacing them with the belt now. So I know like some of the old Hondas, they got actual the old cars got actual real chains in them. They go on this car, and it's got to be it's called a timing belt. So it's got to be on time for it to run right. So when you making love or when you trying to create love with another person, the timing got to be right. The timing got to be right, or else you're gonna cause that domino effect is gonna be off. It's not gonna go through perfectly. The good domino effect. So you gotta. So you some people rush into love and they start a domino effect in the chain reaction, and then sometimes they gotta sit there and they get stuck and they gotta let the relationship play out to get you can't just because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or you don't want to like say I really don't want to be with you no more or this and that that's really crazy too because once you say you love somebody you start the chain reaction, you start a chemical once you say you love somebody and you really put that chemical reaction into play. Now you fucking with people's brains and their heart because the heart is part of the heart is what sends those chemicals all through the body. Like, okay, so the brain produces a certain amount of chemicals. Like y'all already know that the hormones, the serotonin, dopamine, estrogen, testosterone, and then you got another gland in your body called the adrenaline gland that produces a hormone called adrenaline, right? Because and you can use this adrenaline and you can live off of it. You can live off adrenaline for a couple of days without eating and nothing. And that's so when somebody tells you, "Oh, I love you," and then a couple months later, "Oh, I don't love you no more." So now that stimulates a certain type of chemical in the brain. It affects the person, and then that chemical is sent to the heart. The heart distributes it all through the body, right? And so now this person's timing is off. You stimulate a domino effect to them to where now they in a certain mood to where they can treat everybody else around them in a certain way because they in a certain mood, right? One thing, one event stimulates the next. But keep in mind, a domino effect, do, men, oh, men right there, the God men right there, right? The God do, which is in John Doe, nobody knows. And the O is a secret. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. But when you fall in love, don't fall in love because you don't want to fall in nothing. You fall in some hole, you hurt yourself. But you want to have make sure that timing is right, and you want to stimulate that domino effect, right? One event stimulates the next. I was watching a movie today. It's called not War Dogs. War Dogs is one of the movies, but it seems like all these gun movies where people selling guns around the world is always Jews. It's always the Jews. We're gonna probably do a tape on that. Jews sold guns to everybody. Even in the Rick Ross series Snowfall, the Jews were the ones selling the guns in LA. They were the ones putting the guns on the streets in LA. While the Knights of Templar the C alphabet boys pumping the chemistry on the streets to take us out. So these so-called they really because the two groups that we're dealing with besides the raw Hayes group, we talk about the people that look like us. They the original species, and then you got two subspecies that work for them and they're Canaanite species. One called Jebusites, and the other called the Amorites. So we're dealing with the Jebusites and the Amorites. The Amorites is connected with the Italians. The Jebusites is the ones, the small hat Quakers and all them, right? And they doing all this stuff. They thought that putting them guns on the street wasn't going to affect them, but it's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. I'm telling you. Hey, shout out Star Seed, man. Shout out Jessica, man. Wait, shout out Per Love. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. And if you don't receive a notification from us every day, my nigga, come back and check with us, man. We dropping something every day for you. We ain't gonna miss it. At least sometimes 2 times a day. We was talking about the shooting earlier. The shooting, we were saying that we was thinking that it was O Block, but we got other news in saying that the guy might have got into it with some Hoover against the Crips. You know, I used to be from that same gang, the Five Deuce Hoovers, right? But it seemed like he got into it with some guys, dissed him, and they just wanted to go and take care of business while he was around in their area. So we ain't gonna we don't get stuck on that too long, but we do report all the news. Try to bring you all the news. We need more numbers that is facts. Hey, what you mean, Elroy Jefferson? Elroy Jensen. What you mean? You need more numbers that's facts. Yeah, the Cornell Rondo shoot. We put a tape out on the Cornell Rondo shoot. We was thinking it was connected with O Block because the beef with between Von and Dirk and NBA YoungBoy and Rondo's camp. But we got more news in that the Hoover against the Crips might have been involved with it, allegedly. Right, everything's still allegedly till the LAPD get through putting their chase together on it. But we gotta have, hey man, we gotta start stimulating good events. We gotta start them giving. It stimulates the domino effect. If you give, that's a positive. If you give out love, that's a positive, and it stimulates a domino effect. We gotta set up more positive domino effects, and we gotta watch out for people who trying to set up negative domino effects in our community. The liquor store being placed on every corner in our community was a domino effect. Crack cocaine being perpetuated onto our community caused a domino effect. From a crack, it started people getting killed, people getting more murders, more people getting their house broken into, more people getting robbed, more people getting their cars broken into. Is GTA, Grand Theft Auto, like Eazy-E said. El Camino pulled up and he started to say, "It's all about making that GTA." GTA is jacking, they stealing cars. Right, so the crack started a big ass domino effect. Right? Crack started a big ass domino effect. NBA YoungBoy, he's starting the domino effect. It's like a ripple. It's like if you take a rock and throw it in the water, and then it makes a ripple of these different rings, circles around this. It's like a ripple effect. So everything we did everything that's been going on, now everything happened for a reason, but everything that's been going on has put us into this domino effect. And we got to start reversing some of these effects that they put into place. And one is drugs. We got to reverse the drug effect. Because he gonna take his drugs with him. You know what I'm saying? Well, we keeping the weed though. That's our shit. We brought that with us. We ain't the other shit, that chemical shit. He can keep all it. You know what I'm saying? We keeping the herbs. The herbs belong to us. You know what I'm saying? The herbs is our shit. Herbs ain't even drugs. They herbs. And herbs is for the healing of the nation. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Flat is another one. Yeah, so yeah, just keep in mind, man, chain reaction. Everything's a chain reaction. And once you realize that everything's based off of chain reaction, now when you make your decisions and everything that you do, make sure it's positive before you do. Make sure it's positive. So when you sit into that first initiative effect, everything after that is gonna stimulate that positive effect that comes down from it. You gotta lead by example. If you're a leader, you gotta lead by example because you start a domino effect. Once you show how your leader skills and abilities, everybody else that falls out coming after you is gonna have leadership abilities based off of you starting that domino effect in your chain reaction, which means all of y'all linked. What your mom and your dad do affects you. What you do affects your kids, and what your kids do can affect you, and you can affect your mom and dad. Why? Because y'all all part of the same chain reaction. If y'all chain together, that means y'all are linked. We really don't like the word link. When we do the circumology on link, you got L, N, K. K is a block pyramid. So L getting in, they block on the link. So we say and then I said connection. We connected. I say I don't like the word connect because connect got con in the front. Con means to go against. Connect. So we don't want to be connected. So I said, what word can be the word that explains this chain that links us? And I said magnetism. Magnetism is the word for this chain that links us all together. The law of attraction, which is universal law, the law of attraction, positive and negative. This is what keeps us glued together. Magnetism is what holds us together. Somebody was trying to say on how is a plane land on a moving planet? All this stuff all the stuff like the little stuff that the flat earthers got, it can be explained simpler. That plane has got a 0 point reference to the planet, and so that plane is not only is it moving at the same speed of the planet based on this 0 point reference, right? It's locked into the magnetic gravity of the planet. I had to show you my diagrams to do that. But we just waiting on any big time guy to come out and want to debate us on the flat Earth theory. We can we're gonna polish them off. We got somewhere to sit on the. We're gonna polish them off, especially with that moon, with the moon theory that we got. The moon, ain't no theory no more. It's actual facts. The moon, how the moon can prove. You can prove by using the moon that the planet rounds. Yeah. So we want to bring that to you, man. We got to bring something to you. I might come back on later tonight at 10 o'clock, since we get that third class in there. So we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna be back with you, bro. I want you to start thinking about because this is alchemy class 1-on-1. We're gonna have 1-on-2, 1-on-3, 1-on-4. We're gonna be doing these too. But this is one of the first things we want to talk about because we seem like this took place at the beginning. The domino effect started at the beginning with the Big Bang, and ever since then, it's been a chain reaction. They say that Adam and Eve was the first two people, and then those two mixed, and they cause a chain reaction to stimulate everybody. So everybody's connected. If you want to put it like that, everybody's connected. Why? How? By a chain reaction. What is a chain? The chain is the thing that connects us all, links us all together. One event stimulating the next. When they came and attacked us, America and Pearl Harbor, that chain reaction stimulated there was a negative domino. When they pushed that negative, they started their first initiative domino, the decision. They made a decision to attack the sleeping giant, the jolly green giant, right? They came over, they attacked Pearl Harbor. And then from that event stimulated other events like to lead up to them getting the atomic bomb dropped on them. Right. So they started a negative event, and it could have been all set up. I believe it was all set up as part of the new world order. But what I'm saying is that one event caused a chain reaction to right now these niggas getting atomic bombs dropped on them. Hakeem, you want to say something before we get out of here? Say something to the people. No, hey, so we might ready to get out of here, man. We wanted to bring that to you, bro. We got way more classes coming out next week. We got the list I already wrote down. We got the last name tape coming. So don't all the people out here that's waiting on the last name tape says we are chain reaction that leads us all together. That's right. That's right. All right, close that door, Hakeem. Yeah, so yeah, what you was thinking about that, man? The chain reaction. And start you base that out there and start building off of that and look at other things. Look at ways how you could change some of these bad chain reactions. This negative alchemy that they set into motion on us. Crack is still affecting us right now as a people. We just not coming out of that domino effect. We're just not getting out of that domino effect. From the crack, it took the fall out the home. Then from there, now the sons, the same thing. They get took out of their own home. They in jail. It's all a chain reaction. So we about to get out of here, man. We love you all. Peace and love throughout the violence universe. It's love, Hotep, Ashud, divine love. Like I say, we love you all with all of our heart. We out of this thing.